Look over here.
Oh, wow. How fun and exciting. I'm very glad that I had my fan up and that the intro was playing because I just let out the world's biggest yawn before we started this podcast. And I'm very glad that my face was covered for the entire thing. So, kia ora, queens, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series where we are diving into the looks from episode 3 of season 4 of Drag Race Down Under. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I may have had too much coffee during our recap episode, so I'm just drinking water now because hydration is incredibly important. And while I'm getting shout outs out of the way, make sure to go check out our recap episode where we were joined by the fabulous Ashley Madison from Drag Race Down Under season 3. We had a damn good time, and it's very evident by the fact that we spent 2 hours in that recap. So make sure to go check that episode out. And while you're doing that, go order some merch, including but not limited to cup mug. That link is down below. LanaGcreations.etsy.com. We do ship domestically within the United States and internationally, so there are no excuses. Unless there are some excuses, then there are some excuses because there are some excuses.
Yes, absolutely. Hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I am here to talk shit and get hit. I still haven't eaten anything, so I might be a little bit hangry by the end of this, so I might judge this looks a little bit harsher than they should be. Sorry.
Hi, I am River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup, and today I am drinking some water. And I'm very thankful for my fellow panelists for making me feel like a very functional adult for being hydrated and fed on this very beautiful day. So thank you.
Congratulations. You are the most functional adult here.
You are the single most functional adult. Yep. Today.
Today.
On this day.
It is a crapshoot between, I will say specifically, the three of us on who is the most hydrated and fed on any given occasion. But we're going to dive into some sweet looks from this episode of Drag Race Down Under. And before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to most of the Look Over Here episodes for the franchises that we are currently covering. So without further ado, we're going to slide to the side and throw up our looks. Category is Queen of the Dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Did either of you get the reference that's being made here?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. I didn't want to assume. Okay, I didn't want to assume. But I do love. I wish someone had come out in a foam
I
wig.
love the pun. I always love when they play like that.
Yeah.
I wish someone had come out in a Priscilla foam wig. That would have just made my absolute day.
Mm-hmm.
But there were no foam wigs to be had, but a lot of good looks, and we're going to talk about them. First up on the runway, Vybe.
See, I like this, but I don't understand what it is, honestly. Besides, like, the cherry, what is
I think it's supposed to be a cake.
Yeah, it's like a wedding cake.
Okay, yeah, I like the hair and the cherries in the hair and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she looks beautiful, and this looks nice. I like this look. I just don't see it. It just doesn't give me any type of dessert besides the cherry in the hair. So that's my only thing. And the color, actually. I just because twice in a row we're seeing her in the same color and it's a neutral, like, I'm just kind of like, because I'm very much a maximalist and I like color, so I'm kind of like, but I still like it, and I think she looks beautiful. It's just not exciting to me.
Yeah, my first thought when this came out was, okay, so the prolapse dress has returned and now in white. Because am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No,
you were 100% right.
Yeah, this is
Charity walked, so Vybe could serve 2 different prolapse looks on the same season of Drag Race.
Yes, Lord, the prolapse dress is back, and that's really my only critique, that they look like prolapses, and I'm not really enjoying that because I'm not into that. It's kind of gross. It's kind of icky. But this actual outfit in and of itself is actually like a really successful look. I understand going for bride and wedding cake, and I think it kind of does give the vibe of like whipped cream, especially with the hair. But like I wanted it to be more. Like I wish it was a ball gown more than anything. I feel like that it would have really hit the nail on the head, and it really would have given like wedding cake. And this is massive, because when you look at wedding cakes, most of them are huge. They're massive. Like we
Yes.
know the stereotype that the wedding cake has to be like 8 tiers high and like huge. So I was hoping for that, and unfortunately we didn't get it. But I think this is an overall cute look. I think she looks good. I think she looks great, and I think the hair is really my favorite part about this. Unfortunately, they do look like prolapses.
I have really enjoyed what Vibe has been bringing on the runway so far this season. I don't love this look, I will
Okay.
say. I don't think the look works for me. Um, Breasts up. I'm really enjoying this look.
Mhm.
Her hair and the way that the cherries are placed reminds me of Alchemy, the Pokemon. If
Oh,
anyone is familiar, that is immediately, she walked out and I was like, she looks like Alchemy.
she does.
And I kind of want a fan edit now of Vibe in this look with a partner Alchemy.
Someone
Um,
make it happen.
Someone make it happen, please. Thank you. But yeah, unfortunately, the gown does not work for me. I
Mhm.
think the proportions are weird. The way that everything is draped looks so weird. And if she's going for wedding cake, I wish there had been a structure to the gown.
Mhm.
I wish that it had looked tiered. Instead, it kind of just looks like a mess of fabric all sewn together. It just unfortunately did not work for me. But the hair and the makeup are so good. I love this crystallized lip that she did here.
Mhm.
That really, really works for me. The little puff, I'm not going to call
Right.
it a prolapse. The little
Hmm.
puff on her shoulder really works for me. The accessories are great. The glove is great. The color is great. The gown does not work for me.
Mhm.
The skirt part, right? It's
Yes, yeah, that's most of what it. I mean, the top part is just a corset,
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah. Otherwise, the skirt does not work for me. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
scores.
Um, 78.
83. I kind of liked it.
Vibe, I love you. I gave this look a 62,
I
Mhm.
respect it.
and most of
I
that is the alchemy hair and the crystallized lip. Next up, Max, drag queen.
It's a bikini. I mean, it's nice. Does she look beautiful? Yes. Um, is it? Uh, it's a little bit more than a bikini shirt because it's got something in it and then something in the hair. But like, it's nice. She
Mhm.
looks nice. But again, it's not exciting. Um, yeah. It's,
Yeah, I have to agree with you. This look is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with this look, but it's just a little too basic for me. Like, I feel like there's an idea here. However, I don't think it was pushed hard enough for me to really enjoy it. Like, I feel like a lot of other things could have been added to this look for it to really like be more grand. Because yes, has a great body, and she looks really great here. Like, she looks sexy here. However, like, I just wanted more from Max, and unfortunately, like, this just falls a little bit short for me. As I said, it's fine, but like, it's just nothing that's really like super creative or super interesting. Like, I forgot this look existed, unfortunately. But as I said, I think she looks great. It's just that this look is fine.
Yeah, that's kind of where I land. Is that the look is just fine. From what it sounds like, also from what Ashley was telling us in the recap, the accessories in this look were made by her, which I think is lovely. But yeah, it is a bikini, a glove, and a white thigh high. Am I mad at this? No. Because of the lip sync we got, honestly, in this episode. But is this a groundbreaking look? Am I going to remember this look for the split that she did in the lip sync? Yes, but as a look on its own, I'm not going to remember this. But it is perfectly serviceable.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like she's the dessert, right?
yes.
Which
100%.
that I like, but yeah.
Scores.
72.
70.
It felt fitting to give Max a 69 for this look.
Nice.
Thank you. Next up on the runway, Freya Armani.
See, I really like this. I wish the execution was a little bit better, but I still like the way that it was presented. I don't like the accessories. That's the thing. I don't think it looks bad by any means. But I would have played with it more and done like more like campy accessories to kind of, I don't know. I feel like it would elevate it. Maybe like strawberry earrings or something to give like strawberry and chocolate. I don't know, something. And then I just wish she had like more churros hanging because it felt. I like the idea of having the churros like hanging from the arms. I just wish she had more. To maybe kind of give like that foxtails feel to it, maybe like that. But yeah, I still like this. I wish the accessories in the shoe was different. We can see the shoe, but the shoe, like, I can't.
Well, this was one of my favorite looks of tonight. I think the silhouette is great. I think the idea of doing a chocolate churro is really smart, and I think the way that she did it is really like it really benefits her body. Like I think her body looks great here. I think she looks sexy, but still like very like covered up. And I always love when someone is able to do that. I love the way that they like from if it wasn't from the chocolate part at the very bottom, I think this would be like a really, really successful look. My only critique would really be the chocolate part of the bottom. I think it looks a little bit too wide, or like, I don't know. I think there's a structure here that is just not for me. Like I would have either rather you just either took that out or just left it hanging so that your legs are covered by the chocolate. But I still really, really like this look. Everything about this look is fashion and it works and it's great. I think she looks beautiful. I think this is the best that Freya may have looked so far. So yeah, this is one of my favorites, honestly.
This is also one of my favorites from this week's runway. I really like going with the churro concept. I think the gown itself is really great. I like seeing Freya using a lot of different materials in her looks for her package, and I love that we're getting a latex look from her. I think that works for this churro design that she's doing. I agree with you, River. The accessorization is where she loses me just a little bit, because honestly, the churros coming off as foxtails look like sausages. And I just wish there had been a little bit more indication that they were churros and not sausages. But the one thing I noticed as well while she was walking the runway is that the skirt was riding up a little bit. So with all that being said, I still really love the concept and the execution. The accessorization is just where it loses me. But Freya looks gorge here.
Yeah.
Scores.
85.
92.
87.
Work.
Next up on the runway is Lazy Susan in A Lazy Susan.
See, this bitch. I just love the way that her brain works. Do I like the way this looks? Not really. Do I hate it? No. No, I don't. I don't think it's horrible. I just look, the idea is great. The execution is not. It just Like last week, she wore something that after on the runway she said was I would guess cheap because she said AliExpress. So like I don't care if something is cheap. I really don't care. But it looks cheap. It looks cheap, and the white panty I can't. Mm-mm. But the
Yeah,
idea is great.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think this concept and this idea is incredible, and I just wish it was executed better. It's just, I don't know. My biggest issue is with the panty. Like, it really, really, really takes me out of the fantasy. And she just looks so washed out because she just looks white. Like, she's just white. Like, her skin looks the same color as her hair, which looks almost like as the same shade as her panty. Like, she's just white and she looks washed out, which is a problem. Uh, and just as I said, I really, really enjoy this idea and I like what we're going with this, and I think it's cute. It's just there are several things that really take me out of it. And the more I look at it, the less I like it. So I'm just gonna move over it because if we keep talking about it, I'm gonna keep disliking it even more.
I feel the exact same way. The more that I look at it, the more that I'm starting to not like it. The Lazy Susan aspect of the look is very good. It is very good. It moved. It accomplished what she needed to. And I think this is the easiest possible application for her to do a Lazy Susan look. And I'm glad she did.
Mhm.
Everything other than the actual costume, I don't like. And the specific shade of brown that she used here as well just washes her out completely. Her makeup isn't doing her any favors. The fact that she's wearing a white wig doesn't do her any favors. The panty doesn't do her any favors. This is my least favorite look of the week, actually. I really just...
That's
no.
fair.
No. Scores.
Because it's creative, 70.
64.
45.
Okay.
Next up on the runway is Karna Ford.
Love this. Love this. This was my favorite look from her.
Yes.
Immediately when she came out, I got it. And like I got it with the runway and it looks good. So check. This hair, yes. The only thing for me, and I think and I think it was Michelle that said it, the mesh, the nude illusion on the waist. I wish it matched her skin better, but it's fine, honestly. But yeah, I really like this idea. It looks great.
Yeah, I really enjoy this idea, and I also really enjoy that, like, if you were to still take out the parts that are the actual bread, she would still have a really nice look. Like, this dress is actually really nice. My only really big critiques that I have is the nude illusion, which really, really takes me out of it because it is such a different shade of from her. Like, it's not even close. So it really kind of takes me out of it. I enjoy this hair. I like the braid going around, and I like that she has like the sugar, quote unquote sugar, on her hair as well. I thought that was really successful. I really like this boa that's made out of the bread that she's referencing as well. Everything about this is like really beautiful. It's just the fact that the new illusion really brings it down for me because it's not even like an attempt at it. Like, I wish she would have just cut it out so that we saw her actual skin, and like maybe she would have altered. I don't know. Maybe she couldn't.
The problem is I think she's corseted too, so I don't think
Oh,
that
that's
would
right.
have been a
I'm sure
possibility.
it's just white. Like, don't have the cutout.
Just
Just
make it white. Just make it white.
No,
That's
because
right.
I didn't need a cutout.
Yeah, I don't need a
actually. Like,
cutout.
it could have just been. It adds a little. And what I was going to say is, it does add a little bit of visual interest. Maybe I wish it was brown. Then don't even go for nude illusion. Just go for the same shade as. And I think what she was going for is the same shade as the actual dessert that she's referencing.
right.
So for that, I get it, and I love the cultural reference here. I love that she went with a traditional Filipino dessert. I think that's so fun. the sheer size of the look and the accessory on this look is what does it for me. I did really enjoy this from Karna. The makeup is stunning. The headpiece hair is stunning. The overall look, it's a leotard, but it is elevated to something else, and I really like that. So, scores.
86.
87.
78. Next up, Nikita Iman.
What dessert is this?
So she said
Is this
it
a macaroon? Is this?
She said it was supposed to be orange chocolate chip ice cream, which is a specific favorite flavor of that she like grew up with. That's what she was saying on the runway.
So it's supposed to be like an ice cream ball, like when you a scoop.
Yeah, like you know how when they do. Yeah, it's like when they do like soft serve ice cream and it like pumps out and it kind of looks like soft and circular and with like fun frilly designs.
Right.
That's the energy she's going for.
Yeah, it didn't. I see what you're saying. It didn't. This look didn't say that. It didn't.
Agreed.
Translate. Do I like this look? Yes, a lot actually. I really enjoyed this. It just not giving the runway theme takes away from the look to me always. Even though I still really enjoyed this look, I just there's a prompt for a reason. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes you think too much out of the box and you end up with something like this where like you're trying to reference something and it just doesn't look anything like what you're referencing, and it just doesn't like mesh in any way, shape, or form of what you're referencing. And unfortunately, I think that's what happened here. I think surprisingly, like normally I don't like baby doll dresses. I think this one really works. Like I like the frills and I like the way that it looks, and I think she looks great in it, and I like the hair. I'm not sure I like the bows. I don't think I care for them, but I understand why they're there. This is not giving me any sort of dessert in any way, shape, or form, and that really takes me out of the fantasy. So that's really unfortunate because this is one of the only times in which a baby doll dress really works for me. And I really want to give it a high score, but I really can't because it doesn't really fit with the theme. But
do you mean a baby doll dress?
Correct.
Yes, I do mean that. Anyways, whatever. Every time I try to say it like that, it's too long. It's too damn long. Okay.
No, we will forever remember Malaysia Baby Doll Fox as Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
It's just too long for my taste. No. For my taste, it's too long. Like,
so you're saying you hate Malaysia Baby Doll Fox? Got it.
No,
okay.
I don't. I don't. Lord, we had this conversation before. Anyway,
I 100% agree with everything you said, Eduardo. I think the look is so. Yeah, go ahead, River.
Isn't because I just noticed, is her hair supposed to be the ice cream
cone?
Yeah. And it's like an upside down ice cream cone, kind of.
So.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. The look as a standalone look from Nikita is so fun. Mm-hmm. And I asked for it last week, and I'm very glad that she brought us a completely different silhouette. It's completely different than anything we'd seen from her so far, and I adore that. For this category, though, it's just not translating in the way that I want it to. I get the reference. I see the vision. I do think, like y'all said, she went a little bit too high concept with the execution. But the dress itself is adorable. It worked in the lip sync for her, so I'm not too mad at it. The stocking is really cute, but yeah, I want this to work more for me than I think it does.
Yeah.
Scores.
Because I still like it, I gave it a sensible 74.
I gave it a 75.
I also gave it a 75.
Period.
I'm living.
Next up, Brenda Bressed.
I like this. Do I get this? No, absolutely not. Even when she
So,
explained it, I
so
understand there is an explanation. I just didn't understand
yes,
it.
it is, and I didn't fully get it as an American.
Right.
But there are some popsicle brands in the US and I guess internationally that market with this like popsicle character, and this is one of them. I don't know what this exact character is, but it is Brenda went a step further and did a character that is in like Australian
Right.
ice cream popsicle stuff. Like
It's kind of like
that's the
if
concept
if
of it.
the runway theme was like cereal and she went as like the Kellogg's Tiger
Exactly.
Lion whatever. Yeah. I don't remember which animal it is. Okay, got it. But still, with it, now that I understand, I enjoy it a little bit more. But I still immediately like this for I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up. But this speaks to me, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel very similarly to you, River. I like when this walked out, I really enjoyed it, but I was like, okay, are you bubblegum? What is going on? Like I don't get what's going on. And like I didn't understand why she had a popsicle stick and like everyone was making all these popsicle references. And I was like, I guess this is a popsicle in someone's brain. uh I still don't get it really. Like I don't get how this is popsicle other than the little popsicle stick. But like I still think that this overall is a good look, and it still reads as bubble gum, which it's still a dessert or like a sweet. So that's still successful. Like it still works in that manner. So I think it's cute. I think it does work. I just really missed the reference and I still don't really fully get it. So that's really unfortunate because I think if I understood the reference, I would like it even more.
Yeah, as someone that understood the reference somewhat, I like this and as a standalone look, I like it. I get it for this category. It's just one of those Australian references I'm just not going to get, and I respect that. But I do still think the look is really cute. So, scores
80.
80.
83.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Mandy Moobs.
This bitch. Now, listen. Listen. The fact that she made this in an afternoon.
In an
Look,
afternoon.
in an
What
afternoon.
is it, like a whole day in an afternoon?
An
Honey,
afternoon.
Like from 2 to 6.
as a beginner sewer, I am gagged, gooped, bitch. This wig, oh my god. And I don't know if Logan, maybe you will understand. She reminds me of Bettina very much, especially in this picture.
Oh yeah, they're on the
Right?
same drag planet for sure.
Very much that. This color palette is incredible. I love it. There are two things for me, but it's just very particular for my taste. I don't like the cutout in the middle, but like in the between the legs. I think that looked weird when she walked. Maybe standing would look fine, but like when she walked, it looked a little bit weird. I feel it was just unnecessary. And I wish the lapels were just bigger. That's it. I just wish the proportion was just bigger, and then maybe the boobs were just a little bit bigger too. Like, but honestly, that's nitpicking. This is so fierce.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite look of the night. This is just incredible. And like she just whipped this out as if it was nothing. Like from 2 to 6, I'm just gonna whip this out real quick. Like in the time that she made this dress, I just did a randomizer for like a random drag race season because I have nothing else to do. Like
right. Like put it in your schedule. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I gotta go drop off the kids at school at 9. and then I gotta go to yoga at 11, and then from 2 to 6, I'm gonna make this incredible gown, and then
Then I'm
dinner
gonna-
at 7.
Like, hello? I cannot even make like a
And with
somewhat
this fabric,
successful-
and one after with this many cutouts and different, like, shut up. Honestly, shut.
like, I hate her. How dare you?
Exactly.
But I love her.
Yeah, exactly. Like I cannot even make like a successful drawing in one day. And she was able to whip this out in an afternoon. I hate her and I love her so much. Everything about this is really successful. And I also really enjoy that she didn't go literal with it. This is kind of like I think what Nikita was trying to do with going out of the box with it and going fashion with it. But like she didn't go too out of the box. I still get candy from this. I still get licorice from this. And like it's so successful and it works really well. This is one of my favorite looks like of Down Under so far. Like it's really, really successful. I love this look.
This bitch. I think all I really need to say is she did what needed to be done.
Yes.
That's all. That's all.
Period.
Scores.
99.
It's a full for me.
Baby, it's a full.
Not me being the David of this podcast today.
With all 7 other people, it's been me, so don't worry, darling. I'm happy to give it to you
Right.
one round.
Fair.
And last on the runway is Lucina Innocence.
Look. If we're gonna talk about the garment, the outfit, I like it. I really do. The one thing for me is I wish with this fabric it really shows everything that you have underneath. So I just wish she had maybe more layers of something underneath to kind of like smooth out the things that were kind of showing. But that is like such a small thing, and also mostly we were able to see it because of lighting as well. So I'm not that mad. But like that's the only thing that I had to say about the actual look. Now the presentation. Now the presentation was a different story. That was she's already so tall. If you're gonna walk like that in those heels, why? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It didn't add anything to the look that would have. I mean, the look wouldn't have lost anything if it didn't have the shoes. So it just. But her not being able to walk took away from the whole thing for me. So it kind of like it just was frustrating. I was frustrated for her. I was just, it made me mad. But I like this look, so I'm mad because I like it.
Yeah, I will just mirror a lot of what you already have said. Like this actual garment is really successful, and I think might be Lucina's best look so far. Like, or it might be at least my favorite. This Say Something hat I really, really enjoy. I love this hat. I adore this hat, and I think this is really fashion, and I really like what she's going for. I do agree. You can kind of see what's going underneath, but like that's not my biggest critique. If you can't walk in those heels, just don't put them on. Like it's
so many different types of shoes.
Yeah, if you cannot walk in a certain type of heel, don't wear that type of heel. Like this outfit is already successful enough. If you just wore a pump that was the same color as this, it would have been successful. Like I think that she didn't really need to go there. Like she didn't need to go and look 7 feet tall. And every time that we've seen this before, like someone that's already tall wear like 10-inch heels, they always have like struggled to walk. Like this happened with Diabetes before. And so like I don't understand why we have to do this. Like you don't have to look 7 feet tall if you're already 6.5 feet tall. Like don't worry about it. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine already as it is. Like
it did look good though. Like the shoe did look good.
Oh, it looked great.
Yeah, it looked
I wouldn't have wanted any other shoe for this look. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, this look is so charisma, uniqueness, nerve, talent, and yas. Like just all of that. Like, it's so good. This is my favorite thing Lucina has worn so far by a mile. I think it is so incredible. The shoe does take away a lot from me, but honestly, not that much. Like, it's still, this is in my top 3 looks of the night because she just looks so good. And when she came out in this, plus her Snatch Game performance, I was like, oh my God, Lucina's gonna be safe. And I got so excited for her.
Yeah.
Because I really am loving her. And I'm like, I want you to break through. I want you to not be in the bottom every week. And then she wasn't. And I was so happy. But yeah, the look is great. The shoe and the performance takes a little bit away from me. But overall, it's a spectacular look.
Yeah.
Scores.
88.
88.
88.
Oh my God. We 88 that.
We sure 88
Absolutely,
that.
yes, we did.
We 88 that.
I almost said 88'd, and I'm like, that's not right.
That's not how that works.
No. If you needed any other reason to realize that the 3 of us share one brain cell, it's that moment that just happened. So,
yes, absolutely.
Well, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. So thank you for joining us for this look over here. Like I said at the start, if you have not checked out our recap, 2 hours of fun with Ashley Madison, don't take that out of context.
I mean,
you went there.
I sure did. Not intentionally, but go check out our recap with Ashley. She's incredible. Go follow her, go support her, do all her things. Send her a poster to redesign. All the things. Otherwise, subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, Ashley's links, our social media links, and where you can get your merch, including an unlimited 2-cup mug. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So, cheers, queens.
Cheers.
Cheers.